to rainbow colors. We're going to try to go through all of them, all right? So red, green. Today we're gonna bring a micro keyboard that it's pretty awesome little keyboard. The model number is K61. We're gonna open it up and we're gonna test it out and see how well it works. Now, if you guys notice, my hands are a little large for this keyboard, but you wanna mainly minimize your environment and have maybe compressed area, or you wanna travel with it, this might be the best keyboard to do it. Now, if you're a gamer out there, the keyboard itself, the feedback of it is pretty good. So we're gonna open it up and test it out and take a look at it, what you get. But before we move on, I just want to let you guys know the vendor was kind enough to send this to me. So let's go ahead and see what you get when you get something like this. So first of all, they give you the actual manual, all right, because you're going to be able to change the actual colors, to change the RGB on the system. They give you a key. This is actually to pull out any of the keys, the keycaps. It's pretty much you grab onto it. It's a little tool that's being used for a lot of reasons. Now, on this keyboard itself, what you get is you get the full keyboard, and it's a little heavy. It has some weight on it, right? It has some weight, but it has some great feeling on it too. Now, just to let you guys know, you could build your own actual keys and print them out. Now, these days, a lot of companies are selling the keys too separately. In fact, I bought some metal ones that pretty much I put them on the actual W, A, S, and D, pretty much those modules, so I could play some gaming. That's pretty much why I put my metal keys in there. So recommendation, maybe, modify them, change it how you want. Now, if you guys can see, you can see the full keys, but you don't see the 10 key commands at all. There's not a 10 full keys, right? But I'm going to show you something. If you side angle it, you can actually see more of the FN keys in the bottom of it. That means they're representing the FN, and actual you have the volume down, volume up, all that stuff's in there, but it's just a side angle. When you're watching it straight from the top, you're not going to be able to see, but you're actually at an eye level, you can see a little bit of the curve in there. Now, behind it, it has a little tiny kickstand, if you're going to notice. There's two of them, right? This is a miniature one, and then you get the larger one, which is right behind it, right there. That's a larger one. So if you don't like the angle because it's not ergonomical enough for your fingers or your hands, you can always change the slope on there, right? Now, they give you the model number, the serial number, and everything, but here's the actual connection. It's a Type-C connection that connects to any kind of laptop or keyboard or any kind of system that you have that you're going to be able to connect. As long as you have a Type-C, you'll be able to connect it. But if you don't have a Type-C, they do have adapters. We're going to open it up and see the adapter. If you guys know it, notice Type-C to Type-A. You connect the keyboard, and it's pretty much it fits in the same color as the actual keyboard. It's white too. So now the keyboard itself, it's very economical. You don't even need to pick it up from the stand itself. If you want, you can just kick in the first one. It's already lifted as it is, because if you guys notice, let me bring it to the side angles. It has a little slope on the side of it already, and you really don't even need to kick these in unless you want to see them more forward. Now, it gives you a couple options in here, and if you guys notice right here, there's actually like a play button here. There's actually speed monitors and actually another actual options here that we're going to take a look at. All right, let's do a noise test. All right, I just turned off the keys so you guys can see the actual beautiful little colors that are coming out of it. Now, the function key, you got to hold on the function. We're going to change the color right now, and we're going to go and hold the function key and hit this bracket one, and it changes it to rainbow colors. We're going to try to go through all of them, all right? So red, green, blue, kind of like a yellow, purple, kind of like a greenish, and it goes back to white, of course. I'm going to keep it on the rainbow. Now, there's another one. This place right here, it's going to change the actual tone of it, all right? You guys can see it. And this actually changes the whole tone. Now, there is one that I like that if you hit the keys, they disappear pretty much. You guys can see that. So we're going to go back in there and change another one. Now, this one, look at this one. I like this one because it's pretty much like Knight Rider. It kind of goes back and forth. So change it. some of them are interactive, right? So if you notice, the control key is the only one that's white. The rest of it, it's not. And this one's actually lit a little different. Go blue. And this one actually turns off. It's a pulsing one. And we go back to a rainbow. This actually, if you go back in here and click on this one, you can turn it off completely. And that completes everything. But the control key still stays on. You can turn it back on. And that's pretty much it. These three functions are the regular functions you should have. All right. So let's go ahead and continue. All right, if you own a 3D printer or you have access to purchase them, I was able to print out these icons, and this is Super Mario and Halo. I'm going to use them as buttons, but we're going to paint them out too. Also, I'm just going to show you guys that you pretty much do this with any keyboard you can, all right? So the way we work, because these are replaceable, you could remove any keys that you want and just pull it out, and then we can put in our keys in there. There we go. We pull in our keys and we can even change the tone. We're going to pull out another one as a demo. All right, we're going to pull this one out. There we go. And we're going to put Super Mario Brothers. And if you guys can see, I printed it out and it came out pretty good. There we go. We're going to change it to white and then we're going to turn off the light, see how they look like. All right, so let's go ahead and function. As you can see, I'm going to actually show you the keys I put in there. I put Super Mario Brother key and I could just create my own. So it's signing up, but I'm gonna actually paint the keys. And this tells you that you can pretty much do anything with them. And I put my Halo course. I put my Halo. If I print it out in a clear tone, you can actually see them even better. So you could modify these things to pretty much anything you want, even game with it. So you could do pretty much modify any of the key functions. And of course, they give the extra tool. And you could print out your own 3D keys if you can, or you could just purchase anyone. And there's a lot of individual modules that they sell for these things. Accessorize and change the color tone, do what you want. The company has a lot of various functions that you can do and change to also. Modifying the actual keyboard shouldn't be an issue. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. 99.6 of you are not subscribers in my channel. I hope that the content helps you out and that you find it very useful. And I hope you hit the like and subscribe.